Hi, beautiful soul. Welcome to the weekly angel message. I'm Rachel Scoltock, angel medium, and I have already pulled some cards for you today so that we can dive straight in to the messages for this week, which is February 24th all the way through till the beginning of March. So this is another bridging week, and I'm excited to get started. So I've already invoked the angels and protected your energy, so you don't need to worry about that. Let's begin with this very first card that came out for you. This is from the Female Archangels Oracle deck. And this beautiful, look at this gorgeous archangel with the wings outspread. Now, the pink color and the teal and turquoise around reminds me of Archangel Shamuel, who is the angel that helps us to find what we're looking for. And the angel who helps us not only to find our keys, or the other day I lost my earrings. And I finally found them. And you know why? Because instead of going with what my head told me where they were, I said, Archangel Shamuel, please lead me directly to my earrings, because I knew that they weren't gone forever. And I was like a robot. I went over to my couch, I pulled the cushions up, and there they were looped together in the crack between the cushions. Thank you, Archangel Shamuel. So I feel guided to tell you about that, just in case you need help. But look, Shamuel doesn't just help us find our earrings and our lost keys. He also helps with whatever you're looking for. So whether it might be your life purpose, a new job, a way to earn more money, your soulmate life partner, your best path forward through a problem. Oops, I'm dropping things. So keep the faith, ask Archangel Shamuel. Now, this Archaea, which is the feminine, divine feminine of the archangels, says open your heart, this Archaea virtue. And the number is 3. So connecting with the divine feminine within yourself, whether you identify as a man or a woman or non-binary, it doesn't matter. Being connected with your divine feminine means that you are receptive, your heart is open, you are seeing the spiritual instead of just the physical or the label of things. So when you're in your open heart, your higher self, your intuition, you are in your divine feminine self. Because I'm not saying that males can't be intuitive, that's not what I'm saying at all, but it's about being receptive, whereas the divine masculine in us is more moving forward in balance with the divine feminine. Can you see that? So opening your heart to see beyond the labels, beyond the physical. You know, sometimes we've got to remember that each of us on planet Earth is a soul, and that everybody has light within them, even if they're behaving from their egoic self. So sometimes when we see the soul in another, especially if someone you're in a relationship with, you can heal any problems because you can dissolve that ego and speak to them beyond the ego, and that helps them to be more receptive too. So this is asking you that whatever's going on for you this week, and remember, we're just at the peak of this huge alignment of the 6 planets all being lined up above us. So this is an amazing time for manifestation as we build up to the equinox on the 21st of March. So powerful time of light, alignment. Where do we want to align? What do you want to align with? Well, it's got to be the heart, hasn't it? Because we know what happens. Toxicity happens when we're not in our heart. We become insensitive, desensitized, unforgiving, toxic behavior, polluting, violence, all that comes from the ego. So Archaea virtue is saying to you, whatever you're going through, open your heart, because you know the heart is the instrument through which your angels talk to you. And it's important to remember that. Always remember that. If our heart's closed down, and we can close our hearts down through defensiveness, can't we? Like, I've been hurt, I don't want to open my heart, we're guarded. But it's safe for you to open your heart with the help of the angels when you speak to your angels. So there are good things coming. The angels want you to be open to it. I allow myself to receive the gifts, the blessings, the healing that comes from the divine universe and my angels. That's a great affirmation, isn't it? Thank you, angels, for that one. So what's blocking you? Look at this card. This is Archangel Raphael. Now, Raphael is the angel of healers. If you're a healer, he's your guardian angel. If you need healing, Archangel Raphael is likely by your side, especially if you're an angel believer. You've probably consciously or subconsciously already called on him. And he is saying here, prioritize your health. So no matter what you're doing, It doesn't matter whether you're working on your heart's desires, your life purpose, whether you are trying to mend a relationship or fix something huge in the world. You have to prioritize your health and well-being. And that's a huge spiritual lesson that many, many light workers have been learning in the last few years, that you can't burn out. You can't heal the world in sacrifice of you, right? And remember that when you overgive and you don't let yourself receive, heart means receive. If you're out of balance in that way, that you give, you don't receive, you get out of balance and you get resentful. That's toxic, right? When you're projecting resentment out there, it's toxic to you. You feel guilty, you feel stressed, you get overworked, your body starts to get exhausted, your energies get drained. So that then shows up as illness. So you've got to bring yourself back into balance. You're no good to anybody if you're kind of like a deflated balloon trampled by the side of the road. You need to be recharged. You can't give from an empty cup. So Raphael is saying, I see you, I see your heart, I see what you want to do and what you're doing. But remember, you've got to look after you first, because this is the vessel that you've come to live in this lifetime. You've got to look after it. And know that when you do that, any illness that's been showing up, anything that's been not right, will start to balance itself again. And I think when we get resentful, we get grumpy, don't we? And we start to kind of push everything away. And that's that natural thing to do because you're just exhausted. But bring yourself back into balance. Okay. Archangel Uriel steps forward. Uriel's been showing up a lot for us lately, and it doesn't surprise me at all. Last year, the golden light angels were streaming in their thousands, and now we kind of know why, because we're at this kind of tipping point, right, of darkness and light, and we all have to work hard to bring the light back into balance. So the angels are constantly helping us with that. So Uriel is going to be bringing more angels in, especially with the equinox. So if you want to join me for that equinox event on the 21st of March, we're activating a portal of light with all of the archangels. This says success through action. Look at the power and the light with Archangel Uriel here. Uriel is very useful. I invoke him every day, especially with grounding and protection. But he lights up your intuition, because we know when we're in our fear mind, right? When we're fearful, we're not in our intuition. When we're in kind of doing, busy, stress, overwork, we're not in our intuition. Our intuition is too quiet. We've put all the energy into the wrong part of our brain. So Uriel helps us to switch on and light up our intuition. We can still get things done, but we're being more receptive to that alignment with source, alignment with our soul path. So ask Uriel to help you switch out of fear and stress into your intuitive mind, because then you can tap into divine wisdom. That's going to help you solve all the problems, right? Instead of worrying, tap into divine wisdom. It may not come straight away, but it'll save you a whole lot of draining energy of worrying. And it will clear the clouds from your mind, help you with that brain fog. So Uriel is inspiring you through divine ideas, inspiration, because he uses the mind and the intuition to take action. He's saying to me right now, you've been talking about it long enough. You've been writing it in your journal long enough. You've been saying what you're going to do long enough. Now is the time to take those dreams and actually take physical action. Be in the present moment. Here and now is all we have, really. The future isn't written yet. You're writing it with your thoughts and actions right now, but it's not here yet. And so if you're constantly waiting for the day when everything's going to be perfect, when you can take action, that's not going to come, because you're always saying it's going to be in the future. So therefore, it's like you're writing a magic spell and saying, my happiness is in my future. My happiness is in my future. And like the genie in the bottle says, your wish is my command. It's in the future, and you never reach it. So you got to take action now. Okay, that just gave me shivers. You've got to take action now. I'm going to show you Uriel a bit longer so you can absorb his beautiful vibrations of gold. You feel that in your solar plexus. Outcome. Da-da-da. Miracles, divine miracles. Now, this one suddenly slipped in from another deck. Okay. Look at all that green light. That shows the northern lights, doesn't it? Or the southern lights in Australia. This is from the Time Travelers deck by Denise Lynn, who's a divine being in herself. It shows the polar bear, it shows all this green energy, and the message is miracles, number 27. 2 and a 7 is a 9, which is completion. So when your manifestations are showing up, you'll get a 999, or you'll get the 999 happening when your angels are saying, get on with it, time to move, do it. Just like Archangel Uriel did a little bit earlier. Now, 2s mean your manifestations are starting to appear, but you need to keep going a bit longer with your faith. Keep the faith, keep up the affirmations and the belief. And the 7 is keep going, keep going, keep going. So I love this for you. It's almost like a waterfall of miracles coming into your life, and not just to you, but to the world. So by keeping your own light illuminated and keeping your own focus on your spiritual being, your heart, you being a blessing to the world, you are actually having a ripple effect on the world. And that's what the world needs right now, because there's a lot of loud toxicity that is not a blessing to the world. But what it is able to do, because everything has a function in the divine universe, it is able to inspire those in the light to action, to be braver, louder. Forget the imposter syndrome, just get on with it. All right, I'm sending you angel blessings for this week ahead. Remember to stay in alignment with your angels and to, work on your manifestations every day. Ask for angelic protection. I've got 2 announcements. Number 1, I'll be opening up the doors to angel communication this week. So you can book in, you can enroll. So Angel Communication Practitioner is my comprehensive training program so that you can learn to hear, see, feel, and know the angels, to read the angel oracle cards confidently like a professional, to heal with the angels. And it's a whole process that you go through, opening up your intuitive channels, but healing the fear that has been keeping you stuck. Fear is the biggest block for light workers, and I address that very much so in this program. So details are in the caption or the comments, and also you've still got time to sign up for the early bird, saving you $30 for the Equinox Portal of Light with the Archangels, which is happening on March 21st. So anything else you want to ask me, just send me a message. I'm sending you so much love. Have a beautiful week. I'm Rachel Scoltock, Angel Medium. Thank you.